This video and all content on this channel is performed by a pest control professional, and it is always recommended to hire a pest control pro in your area to perform any pest control in or outside your home. Pesticides can harm you and your loved ones. Anyone who is performing the information in this video is doing so at their own risk. If you decide to try the info provided in this video, please always check with the local laws in your area and read the labels of any product you use. The label is the law. Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control, and today we're going to talk about pesticides, but not like normal. We're going to talk about how to get rid of bed bugs with pretty much any kind of pesticide you want. I mean, not technically not any kind of pesticide, but I'm going to give you some options that aren't Crossfire. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate all of the kind words have been said. I know I've been, ill over the last 3 or 4 weeks. In fact, most of my videos now I have to cut because I do have a chronic cough that has come upon me, and I can't seem to shake it, can't seem to get rid of it. But I appreciate everybody who's stuck with me through the month of September. I know I haven't really made a lot of videos, but hopefully we can get back on the routine. We can do our live streams like we were before, and I can get back to answering your questions. For those that don't know, I do live streams every Thursday night after 9:30 Eastern time, typically, is when I do those. I have a Skype number that you are welcome to call in and ask questions if you're easier over the phone rather than, typing in a chat room, which I do have a chat room, so everybody can come in, kind of meet up, and talk about bugs. So let's get on the subject of pesticides and bed bug control. So I've been on YouTube for going on almost 6 years, like 5-6 years now, and I know that we've talked a lot about Crossfire. I know we've talked a lot about how to get rid of bed bugs. Now, the way that I get rid of bed bugs and the way that I do it in my business now is I use Crossfire. Crossfire is a non-repellent pesticide. So don't underestimate the power of a non-repellent pesticide. Non-repellents are the best option for bed bug control, whether it's Crossfire or Apprehend or something like it. Even Tempered is better than what I'm going to talk about today. But there are countries that do not allow the use of Crossfire. You can't buy Crossfire in New York City, or New York State for that matter. You can't buy it in a couple of the states in the Union. And you also can't buy it in Canada. You can't get it in Germany, Europe. And the main reason is the neonicotinoid family of pesticides have been very strictly monitored by other governmental agencies, mainly because of the colony collapse disorder of the honeybees. Now, in North America, the honeybee is not really required as much for pollination as it is overseas in Europe, because it's called a European honeybee for a reason, because it's from Europe. And so they really need the European honeybee to pollinate a lot of their plants. And so they've outlawed the use of neonicotinoids, which is what Crossfire is. So the problem is that now that we've got this amazing pesticide, and I talk about it all the time and how great it is, and people are telling me that they are going to all lengths to try to get this pesticide, even illegally. Black market sales over the border to Canada, into Europe and different places. And so I want to try to talk about something a little bit easier for you guys and how to get rid of bed bugs on your own. Now, this is not going to be a label specific video. Now, I always tell people, follow your labels. The label is the law. You have got to follow the label of your pesticide. What does that mean? All right. So Crossfire allows for the treatment of a mattress. You can actually treat the mattress, the surface area where you sleep. You can treat that. most pesticides do not allow for the treatment of a mattress. So, if you have bed bugs on your mattress and you're trying to get rid of your bed bug problem, you may need to throw away your mattress. Now, I try to tell people how to get rid of bed bugs and save money. This is not going to be one of those videos. You are going to spend money trying to get rid of your bed bugs because you have to use a repellent pesticide. It's the only other option that you have because the neonicotinoids are not legal in your area. So it is more expensive. It is going to cost you more money. But this is the way I used to get bed bugs out of people's homes for over 15 years. I did this for years and years and years, and it does work. It is very successful at getting rid of bed bugs, and so hopefully you'll be able to get rid of your bed bugs too. Now, it is a lot harder. It's going to require a lot more work on your part in order to get rid of this bed bug problem. And so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk about the different pesticides you can purchase to get rid of your bed bug problem. And like I said, always read your labels. In fact, if you're going to do this and you're not going to hire a professional, which I recommend that if you cannot get Crossfire, to hire a professional, because honestly, they are going to be able to get rid of your problem better than you because they've got experience and they understand how to use these pesticides I'm about to talk about. I don't like to talk about harmful pesticides. I don't like to talk about how, you can buy, you can buy every pesticide that I use. I don't use any restricted use chemicals. And so I talk about chemicals all the time on my channel, but I try to stick to chemicals that I know that the general public, if they were to get a hold of, they're not going to harm their children and they're not going to harm their pets and they're not going to harm themselves. And when you're talking about bed bugs, you're talking about treating your mattresses and treating your couches and your furniture and stuff like that where the bed bugs live. You're going to be in contact with these bed bugs. I mean, not the bed bugs, but the chemicals that are used on these surfaces. And so you really do need to follow your label. I recommend reading the label before buying the product, because the label is going to tell you what you're required to do to get rid of your bugs. And if you read the label and you're like, oh, I don't think I can handle that, then you know not to buy the chemical. All right, you might want to hire somebody to do it for you. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about which chemicals I recommend for the control of bed bugs. So one is Phantom. Now, you may not be able to get Phantom or Talstar P. Talstar is bifenthrin. That's the active ingredient in Talstar. Talstar is what I used to use for bed bugs. One of the problems with Talstar is that Talstar creates it creates a chemical-resistant bed bug very fast. The active ingredient in Talstar is bifenthrin. There are some labels of bifenthrin that allow for the treatment of a mattress. Some don't. I don't believe Talstar does. I think it allows for the treatment of a box spring, and I am being very loose here because honestly, it's been years and years since I've used Talstar, but I have used it for the control of bed bugs. Labels change every year, so understand this is why I stress so hard that you need to read your labels. Now, if you live in the United States, we have a chemically resistant strain of bed bugs in the United States that actually will not die from bifenthrin. So, if you're watching this video and you live in America, buy Crossfire. Don't buy Talstar. But if you live overseas, you may be able to get rid of your bed bugs with Talstar. Talstar is a very good pesticide. I'll post all of the pesticides that we're talking about today in the description below. I always post the pesticides in the description below. I have a Amazon page where you can go to and you can see all the pesticides. Now, these will not be listed on my Amazon page strictly because they are not what I typically recommend. And the reason I'm doing this video is because of Discord. I have a lot of Canadians on my Discord channel and they are crying out. They need help. And so I'm doing this video for you guys. I'm doing this video for the audience. I'm doing this video to try to help you. Now, Harris, Black Label, I believe it's Black Label. Like I said, all these are going to be listed below, and all of them, whichever label is correct, I will take a picture and I'll put it like either here or here beside me, like I always do in my videos. But what you need to understand is that Harris, one of their products is bifenthrin. The active ingredient in it is bifenthrin, and bifenthrin is the same active ingredient in Talstar. So the way that you get rid of bugs with these types of pesticides is, when I was a child, my dad taught me that if you miss a crack, the bugs are going to be there, especially when dealing with things like bed bugs, cockroaches, and ants. There was a period of time where you could not get rid of bed bugs without using a repellent. That's just the way it is. DDT is a repellent. A lot of pesticides are repellents. So how do we use a repellent? Don't miss a crack. All right, this is very important. When you flip your bed off of your bed frame, and you're treating your bed frame, and you're treating your headboard, if you have a headboard that's full of cracks and crevices and crags and places that bed bugs can lay eggs and hide, you might want to throw your headboard away. You know, you may want to just deal with not having a headboard or a footboard, just a bed frame or a box spring and a mattress on the floor. That may just be your best option for now until you get rid of your bed bug problem. It's going to take you at least 3 months to get rid of your bed bugs. I would not do a bed bug service back, 10 years ago. I would not perform a bed bug service for a customer unless they agreed to a 90-day service plan. And some homes took longer than 90 days just because of the way that bed bugs try to avoid the pesticide. When you use a repellent pesticide like bifenthrin, the bed bugs are not going to want to crawl out. They're not going to want to come and bite you and chew on you and eat on you, because the chemical is visible to them. And they know if they crawl across it, it's going to hurt them. It's like crawling across a sea of broken glass. If you can see the broken glass, there's no way that you're going to want to walk across it. And the bed bugs can see the chemical, so there's no way they want to walk across it. So what you have to do is you have to come in with a vacuum cleaner. You have to vacuum. You have to vacuum inside your box spring. Remove the felt off the bottom of your box spring. Remove it, tear it off, and vacuum inside the box spring. Take a steam cleaner. Steam clean all the way around the exterior of your box spring and your mattress. Treat around your baseboards the same way. In every room of the house. No room should be missed. There's another thing I used to do. If the customer wanted only one bedroom, or like a guest room, maybe somebody came and stayed and brought bed bugs in their guest room, they only wanted the 1 or 2 bedrooms sprayed, I wouldn't do the job. I'd turn it down. You have to do every single room. You have to treat every baseboard, every crack, every crevice, all around every single room. You need to pull furniture away from the wall. You need to empty out your dressers, chest of drawers, nightstands. All these pieces of furniture need to be emptied out completely. Your clothing needs to be washed on high heat and a high heat dryer. You need to bag all of your clean laundry that comes out of the machine, and you need to keep it separate from your dirty laundry so that you can get all of your laundry laundered. You may need to go to the laundromat for a day and do all of your laundry. Your comforters, sheets, everything needs to be laundered off of your bed, especially. This is the most important thing you need to do. In fact, I had customers that have pulled sheets off their bed and just thrown them away because they were so full of bed bug eggs. They just didn't want to risk any of them falling when they carry it through the house. Now, I'm not one of these exterminators that says, oh, you need to bag it up in your bedroom and you need to, be real careful. Don't drop any eggs or anything through the house. That doesn't matter because you're going to treat the whole house. So it's not a big deal if, you take your sheets off your bed and you carry them in a laundry basket to your bathroom and you to your bathroom or wherever your washer and dryer is. Mine are right beside the bathroom, actually. But, if you don't want to bag up everything and take it to your laundry room, you don't have to do that. That's not required at all. But you do need to launder everything. You need to launder even clean clothes. The reason why you need to do this is because when you're laying in your bed, if your dressers or anything like that are anywhere near your bed within 10 feet, which is as far as typically bed bugs travel, between 10 and 20 feet, you need to empty out all that stuff and you need to wash it. You need to take everything out of your closets, and you need to treat this is and one of the main reasons you need to take all of the clothes and stuff out of these areas is not necessarily to launder them. So you can take your clothes and you can just put them in the dryer. And if you find bed bugs in the lint trap, that's when you'd want to wash the clothes. But if you don't find any bed bugs in the lint trap, more than likely the bed bugs have not gotten into your clothing yet. But one of the reasons that you need to take all the clothing out of your dressers and out of your chest of drawers and out of your closets is because you're going to treat these areas with a pesticide, and you don't want the pesticide to get on the things you're going to put on your body. You don't want to wear clothes that are covered in chemical. So you need to remove all of those articles of clothing from out of your dressers, chest of drawers, even your nightstands, beside the bed. All that stuff needs to be taken out. The drawers need to be removed. You need to treat the cracks inside the dresser. So all up around the tops, when you look in through the hole, there'll be, little cracks where the drawers sit. You need to treat those cracks. You need to treat inside the dressers, chest of drawers the same way, nightstand, same way. So you need to treat all these areas very, very thoroughly inside the cracks, because the bed bugs are going to go into these areas. The reason is, even if the bed bugs aren't living there now, when you treat with bifenthrin, because bifenthrin tends to run bugs because they try to get away from it, they will start living in your dressers. They will start living in your, if they haven't already, they'll begin living in your nightstands, dressers, and chest of drawers. So you need to empty all of these things and treat in all these things. Now, you can keep your clothes separate. You can keep them in your laundry room once you've got everything all cleaned and everything. You can just keep it bagged and keep it there, and that way it's separate from your chest of drawers, because you're going to have to treat them once a month, and you're going to have to pull out all your clothes once a month. But if you keep all your clean clothes and just wear, as you need your clothes, go back in your laundry room and grab your clothes. And I know it's irritating, I know it's frustrating, I know it's a lot, but this is a big deal. This is exactly what I'm telling you, is why I prefer Crossfire over everything else, because you don't have to do most of these steps. When you're dealing with a Crossfire application, you don't have to take out the clothes. You don't have to, because the bed bugs don't know the chemicals on the bed. They're going to travel to the bed to bite you, and then they're just going to die there. That's why it's so successful at getting rid of bed bugs, is because the bed bugs just don't know it's there. But when the bed bugs see the chemical, they're going to try to get away from the chemical. They're going to try to crawl away from the chemical. Now, the longer the pesticide is active, the less repellent it becomes. So eventually, the bed bugs will crawl out of the cracks and the crevices and the areas around the house, and they will come out and they will crawl across the bed legs and the bed frame and the mattress and the box spring and the places that you've treated, and they'll die. So understand that this is not a permanent thing. The chemical doesn't permanently stay repellent, but it does have an active ingredient that stays active for several days. It actually, Talstar can last up to 90-day residual, which is amazing, which is why I recommend it. But you need to treat once a month. You treat your crown molding, not just the baseboards. You treat your crown moldings, you treat your baseboards, which your crown is, of course, up near the top of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. That area, that's your crown. You need to remove curtains from the wall. You need to launder them. If they're full of eggs and bed bugs, you might just want to throw them away. Hollow curtain rods need to be treated inside of. Any cracks around where your curtain rods attached to the wall need to be treated. So it's a very thorough job. And I'm sure I'm missing some spots. And if there are any exterminators out there that want to advise how to get rid of bed bugs using a repellent pesticide, by all means, comment below. Different places that I might have missed, go ahead and comment below and let people know what you do to get rid of bed bugs with a repellent pesticide. Now, I don't talk about heat. We're not talking about, these freeze treatments or anything like that, because that honestly just does not work. Especially when using a repellent pesticide, they don't work really much at all. And I don't recommend it. It's thousands of dollars down the drain that people just can't afford. But people can afford this type of treatment. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time. But hopefully, and I know I've rambled on for 20 minutes now, and I hope that this has helped anyone that has been having problems getting hold of Crossfire, and that I'm really trying my hardest to help you guys out. But the reason I haven't really talked about this is because it really is a lot of work, and I do recommend leaving this type of a bed bug elimination to a professional, mainly because we go in houses every day. We see bed bugs every day. We actually apply these types of pesticides every day, and we know where to put them. And like I said, even thinking in the top of my head right now, it makes it difficult for me to really remember all of the places that need to be treated. I really tried to go over the whole list. It's a very extensive list, but basically I'll tell you what my dad told me when I was a kid. If you miss a crack, the bed bugs are going to be there. And yes, there is a paranoia that comes with that, but that's the way it is with bed bugs. Now, there's one other step that I want to go over. And I know we're at 21 minutes, and I know it's a long video, but this is really important. You get yourself a duster, a hand bellows duster. Now, these are on my Amazon page. And so you get yourself a hand bellows duster, and you dust in the wall with, oh man, you probably can't even get alpine dust. Well, I hate to say this. I really hate to say this. But get yourself a bag of diatomaceous earth. Now, the reason I say this is because diatomaceous earth is harmful to your lungs. You don't want to breathe it in. It's not safe for you at all. You want to put a face mask on. Actually, not even a face mask. Face mask won't even work. You need to wear a respirator. You need to put a respirator on, and you need to dust in around. Take all of your outlet covers off and your light switch plates off of the wall. And you need to dust inside the holes in the wall, and then put the light switch plates and stuff back on. The reason I say be really careful is because the dust will puff out when you do this, and you don't want it to get in your mouth or in your nasal cavity, because you'll breathe it into your lungs, and it does cause lung damage, and you don't want the dust to get in your lungs. In fact, you can skip this step. I haven't dusted very many houses. Very few houses do I really dust for bed bugs, even back when I used to use Talstar and stuff, because the Talstar does work pretty well on bed bugs without the use of dust. But if you have an extreme case, and this is only in extreme cases do you really need to do this, is the reason you dust in the wall is because when you start treating around the baseboards and the beds and the furniture with Talstar, you're gonna the possibility of chasing bed bugs into the wall is pretty high. And so that's why you want to dust around inside your outlet covers, especially the ones behind the bed, places that you might maybe plug a cell phone in when it charges at night, or an alarm clock. These are the ones that you want to really pay close attention to. You don't really need to dust the ones in your kitchen or anywhere else in the house. Mainly just the ones in your bedrooms where or beside your sofa. If you've got a sofa, you need to open up your sofas. You need to treat inside your sofas with the bifenthrin. You need to flip them upside down. And some sofas, you can remove the felt on the bottom, like what's on a box spring. Some you can't. If your sofa can remove that, go ahead and remove it and treat inside your sofa. Unfold sofa beds. Treat the sofas inside the sofa bed. The mechanics that open and close the sofa bed. Reclining chairs. Any kind of love seat. Treat them all the same way. You want to open these. Now, I have a course, which is also listed below in the description, and that course shows you how to treat chairs and sofas and sectionals and stuff like that. And so I recommend that course for anybody that's really interested in trying to get rid of bed bugs on their own. It shows all the places that we talked about in the video today to treat crown moldings and all these places. The only thing I don't really show in the video is the dressers and chest of drawers, and mainly because it's a Crossfire. I assume that you can get Crossfire on this course, but I will do a couple of videos added in at a later date, as soon as I can get a chance to do it, I'll post some showing how to treat dressers and how to treat chested drawers with pesticides too, because in some extreme cases, even with crossfire, it's not a bad idea to treat the dressers and stuff. But like I said, always remove your clothes from these areas before you treat them, and hopefully you guys will be able to get rid of your bed bugs and you'll be bed bug free soon. So I'm going to cut it off here, 25 minutes. If I need to make a part 2, I will. But I think I've done a pretty good job going over everything. Don't forget my live streams every Thursday night after 9 o'clock Eastern time. I live in Virginia, so I'm in the Eastern time zone. Hopefully I'll be able to sit there and talk with you. I know I've had a real bad cough. It's one of the main reasons I haven't been doing my live streams lately, because I can't just sit there and cough and hack the whole time trying to answer people's questions, because you won't be able to understand what I'm saying. But hopefully we'll be able to get back on schedule soon, and I'll be able to get back to you guys soon, and we can talk about Talstar even. If you have problems with anything that you're facing in the pest control world, something you think I might be able to answer, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Don't hesitate to come and visit me on my live streams. Don't hesitate to message me anywhere. I'm on all the social media at Green Acres PC, which is spelled A-K-E-R-S. That's how my last name is spelled, A-K-E-R-S. So it's Green Acres PC. That's Twitter. I'm on Twitter with that handle. I'm on Facebook, like I said, YouTube, everywhere people are. I'm on TikTok. In fact, during the when I was sick, I was still making TikToks because they were only like a minute, 2 minutes long, and so it was really easy for me to still do that. So there's a lot of those still there, little tips and tricks and pointers and stuff in pest control, and some humor and stuff to try to help you in this time when everybody's getting sick and nobody feels good. So hopefully you guys have a good day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy wherever you are. I hope you're having a good day, good night, good whatever. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot and have a good day. Bye.